If there's one theme that we hear when we talk to any of our users, any of our advertisers, anyone that's on the platform, we hear this, which is Twitter brings you closer. We purposely don't finish that sentence because our users have always finished that sentence for us. I'll give you a few examples of what I mean by Twitter brings you closer. This happened during the NBA lockout. Kevin Durant tweets this out. This lockout's really boring. Anybody playing football in Oakland, I need to run around or something. So then George Oberbay, just a regular user on Twitter, says, I've got a game tonight in Stillwater. I need a deep threat. And then Kevin Durant asks if he can play. So nowhere in the world would this conversation ever occur except on Twitter. And nowhere in the world would the average person ask him if he can catch, which he did. And then Kevin Durant asked for real. And then again, only if you bring your A game. So this conversation unfolded on Twitter. It happened in a time and space that just wouldn't exist before. And then it actually happened in real life. You can guess which one's Kevin Durant. So these types of interactions happen all the time. In fact, does anyone here follow Drake on Twitter? Drake, the Canadian rap star, ex-soap opera star. Really, really interesting follow. And he tweets things out all the time, something like this. The first million's the hardest. We all know that. But T. Boone Pickens actually had another point of view, which is the first billion's a hell of a lot harder. And Drake, in his own way, realized that he just got stunted on heavy. So time and space. We're seeing this play out in the political world right now. During the last night, during the Democratic National Convention, there were more tweets during that night, in fact, 4 times, than the amount there were the election night. And all these tweets were based purely on the Democratic Convention. And something happened at the Republican Convention. You may recognize this chair and this gentleman speaking to the chair. And then you may recognize Invisible Obama that popped up instantly on Twitter to answer the questions of Clint Eastwood. But just like a brand, and just like this world of two-way interaction, the president had something to say, which is, sorry, this seat's taken. We see this play out all the time between people and brands, people and celebrities, celebrities and each other, and also brands and brands. So this is something that Old Spice tweeted out, which is, why is it that fire sauce isn't made with any real fire? It seems like false advertising, to which Taco Bell said, is your deodorant actually made with any real Old Spices? To which they replied, it depends, do you consider volcanoes, tanks, and freedom to be spices? So brands have been on the platform since the very first day. In fact, 9 out of 10 people on Twitter follow at least one brand. Almost 60% follow 6 or more brands. Why? Because they want to hear from them. They want to hear what they have to say. The whole verb of follow denotes that you want to hear from what a brand has to say. And what do you want to hear? You know, when we've done some research behind this, the typical answers would be things like promotions and freebies. But 87% want fun and entertainment, and about 80% want access to exclusive content.